Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here, founder of Driving Academy, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you the 3 simple steps on how to make sure you conquer your goals for 2021. How do you get the right goals going on? A lot of people say, hey, it's the end of the year, start writing down your goals, start getting your goals for the next year. And we all know that 2020 has been one crazy year with many different outcomes happening and a lot of different external factors that are out of our control. But if you've been following us for a while, or maybe this is your first video that you're watching from us, we always teach people, hey, don't be a victim no matter what the outside circumstances are about. Take control of your future, take control of your life, and I'm going to show you 3 simple ways on how you can do that for 2021 so you can kick 2020 out and bring in 2021 to be the best year of your entire life. So 3 simple steps. Step number 1, you're going to want to commit. So this is probably a simple step for most people, but if you really think about it, think about the last time you truly committed to one of your goals. If you ever truly committed to one of your goals, I'm sure you probably accomplished it. But think about those goals that seemed good in the past that you never really got, because I'm sure one day or one moment you lost that commitment. Or maybe you never truly committed in the beginning. So as long as you commit to watch the rest of this video, that's the next step. Now after that, you're going to see what the next steps are going to be, and you can just do one step in front of another. Just commit to being present right now, listening, and making sure that you're following along to this process. So once you're fully committed to saying, hey, 2021 is going to be the best year ever, no matter what happens outside, no matter if the vaccine comes, no matter if another corona wave comes, no matter what happens in the outside world, I'm going to make sure that I control myself, and 2021 is going to be the best year ever. Now it's time for step 2. Step 2 is time to take out a piece of paper. Boom. So what I want you to do is draw a line down the middle of that paper, just like you see here, and put a line across the paper so it kind of looks like a T. So as you can see this diagram, that's what I want you to put. On one side of that line, I want you to put professional. On the other side of that line, I want you to put personal. And now I want you to write down a minimum of 3 goals on each section of your life. Because if you think about it, you're not put on this earth just to be a one-dimensional person. You have many different parts of you. You have the person who you are when you go to work. You're the person when you are when you go home to your family. The person you are when you go to your church functions or your religious functions, right? So we have many different avenues of life. So pretty much everyone has a personal and a professional avenue of life, which means you should split those 2 goals up. So under the personal category, what are some things that you can do? You can say, hey, what trips do I want to go on personally? Where do you envision your relationship? Maybe you want to find your wife. Maybe you want to find a loved one. Maybe you want to take your family out on a crazy trip. Maybe you want to go and travel the world. Maybe you want a better relationship with your kids or your significant other. Maybe you want to donate some time or some money to some organization that you're truly part of. Those are all different things when it comes to your personal goals. Now some tips when it comes to writing down your goals. Try to make them as specific as possible. Our brains are trained to aim and look for whatever we tell them to look for. So if we're very broad with our goals, it's going to be hard for our brains to kind of zero in on exactly what we're looking for and to make that possible into our life. If we want to be very specific with our goals, now our brain is like targeted and our actions can be targeted to get to that one goal. So instead of saying, hey, I want to travel the world, or hey, I want to go on a good, nice trip, say, I want to go to Australia. I want to go to the Bahamas. I want to go wherever that trip is for you, right? If it's about, hey, I want to take my family on a trip. Hey, I want to donate X amount of dollars for this charity. I want to donate X amount of time for this charity. Those are all great things for you and for your family. And you get to choose them because you are the controller and the creator of your future life. On the other side of that, I want you to write down your professional goals. So what does that look like? Hey, I want to start a new career. I want to make X amount of dollars at the end of the year. I want to save X amount of dollars at the end of the year. I want to move into a house. I want to invest into blah, 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 whether it's stocks or bonds. I want X amount of dollars in passive income. Whatever those professional goals are for you, same kind of rules. Make sure they're specific so your brain knows exactly what you're going after. So then you know whether you're winning or whether you're losing, whether you're getting closer or further away from your goals throughout the entire time. Now, so that's step 2. You've written down your goals. Now don't just do this in your head. Please don't do this in your head. I've done it in my head for a few years, And it's a completely different feeling when you actually get it down on paper, because in our head what we wind up doing is we start looping. So we start saying the same things over and over again, and we never really get it down on paper so we can focus on it. So write down at least 3 items on both sides. Now the third part is I want you to dream a little bit bigger. If you wrote down things that you're like 50%, 80% sure that you can accomplish, as long as you commit, step 1, and you wrote down the things, now step 3, let's push yourself a little bit further out, right? So I want you to dream bigger. The cool thing about dreaming is it costs you nothing extra, right? It costs nothing extra to dream bigger than dreaming small. And at the end of the day, your goals can actually become accomplished. I want you to dream so big where you think you have a 30% chance of accomplishing that goal, where if things work out well. Now, why should you dream big instead of dreaming realistic, as some people say? Because if you think about it, if you dream realistic, you make this incremental change where you're here and then you just go here, how much is your life truly going to change, right? But if you're dreaming big and you're starting off at this level and now you're dreaming big over here, your life is going to change dramatically. And that's what makes it worth it for you going through the pain. Because think about it, if the pleasure at the end is not worth you going through all this pain, and believe me, there will be pain, you're never going to do it because you're not going to stay committed, because it's not worth going through that stuff. So make it worth it for you. Think how you would feel once you accomplish those goals. For many of you watching, one of your goals is probably going to be making more money, supporting your family, starting your new career. Or maybe it is traveling as well. Here at Driving Academy, we are here and dedicated to help 1 million people get on their goal of getting on the road to freedom. What does that mean? That means once you're on your road to freedom, you have options. Now, in this economic planet that we live on, the only way to have options is to have more money coming into your pocket, which means now you can pay for more things and have more options available to you. That being said, the great way to do that is just to make sure that you have a job that's going to pay you highly. How do you get a job like that? You have to increase your skill level. So what skill level do we teach? We teach everybody here how to drive a truck. If you think about it, truck drivers are extremely important parts of our economy. They're the reasons why you get to go to the stores and purchase whatever you want to purchase. So that being said, because they're the backbone of our economy and there is a driver shortage right now, companies are increasing their wages year after year just to make sure that they get enough drivers coming in so they can keep moving their products along. That being said, if one of your goals is to, hey, I want to travel a country on the personal side and I want to make more money and start a career on the professional side, think about it. Getting a CDL license will conquer both of those goals there. If you want to travel the country and you want to make more money, boom. Maybe one of your goals is, hey, I want to take my family on a nice trip. That means you're going to need more money. How do you do that? Get yourself a skill level, which is getting yourself a CDL license. So if you're interested in learning more on how to get a CDL license, an average truck driver makes around $75,000 a year. We also help students make a whole lot more by being their own boss. So if you want to make over $100,000 a year, or you want a job making $50,000 to $80,000 a year, either way we can help you out with that. All you got to do is give us a call, 908-525-3609. We're here to help you out any which way that we can. And we know that in order to get you on your road to freedom, you're going to have to get yourself a CDL license. So once you're committed for that, give us a call. That's the next step on this video. That's the next step of your commitment. 908-525-3609. If getting a CDL license is not for you, no worries. I hope the rest of this video was important to you and you actually got value from it. But if any of those things on your list that you wrote down can be accomplished by getting a CDL license, we can get you in and out of here as early as 4 weeks. We can also spread it out if you want. We're open up 7 days a week, which means we can work on your training schedule and your work schedule that you currently have now. And then we also offer payment plans. So all you need to get started is $500 down, then we can work at a payment plan for the rest. The only way that 2021 is going to change is if you change and you make a commitment that's different than what you did in 2020. So that being said, if you want to change, you got to change. So if you have any other questions, give us a call, 908-525-3609, or take a virtual school tour and figure out more about how our program works. www.cdldrivingacademy.com. That's cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Again, one more time, cdldrivingacademy.com/tour. Thanks and have a fantastic day.